Hello there and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to be fermenting some sauerkraut. We are just picked some of these big beautiful cabbages out of the garden. We're about halfway through our cabbages. There's about 20 more out there. Sorry, I just had to overdub this because it didn't record properly. So sorry if my face is not matching up with my voice. Making sauerkraut is one of my favorite ways to preserve cabbage. It is so good for you. It is full of probiotics. It's great for your gut biome. It is high in fiber and low calorie. And as a bonus, it is just plain delicious. This is a super simple process, very easy to do. I'll take you through step by step how we make it, and then at the end I will show you a batch that we made about 2 weeks ago that is ready to be refrigerated. All right, so we don't spray our cabbage with anything, and if you've ever grown cabbage, you know everything loves to eat cabbage. So I do have some bug damage, but that's okay. Everything's been well washed. I just like to wash it. I like to soak it in some water with some vinegar in it. So I will show you how. Well, first up, we're gonna need a couple leaves for the top. So we have 6 jars over there. So I'm gonna take 6 leaves. Actually, one of these leaves will probably do 2 jars. Honestly, they will. So I'm gonna just take 6 leaves so I don't forget. And put those aside for when we are jarring it up. It's chaos in here today. I apologize with the background noise. This one. So there are some leaves. I like to use a serrated knife. The first thing I do is chop it in half. Take out the core. And you can cut this up with a grate, or you can grate this. But I find just giving it a fine chop, especially since this is homegrown cabbage. It's not as dense as a lot of cabbage. The type is Golden Acre. That's my favorite type to grow here. And that's it. Just do a fine shred. Okay, I'll bring it over and I'll show you the next step. I'm gonna do about 5 heads. So you want to wilt your cabbage. Right now it's quite tough and we want to make it soft and have it release some water. So you can do it by hand, and I have done it that way, but especially we're doing such a big quantity, I like to break out the old KitchenAid mixer just with the paddle attachment, and we're just going to add a little bit at a time. So I just start with a little bit, and I sort of go by sound. As I can hear it starting to kind of break down, I'll just add in another handful. This is going to release the water. We're actually in an extreme drought right now in Nova Scotia, so my cabbage is not going to have as much water in it as it normally would, but that's okay. We're going to top them up with salt water, and that's going to begin our fermentation process. So I'll just keep wilting this down, and then it'll be time to fill up hopefully my last jar. So I let the KitchenAid do the work, and you can see how wilted that is. Now, if we weren't in a drought, there would be quite a bit of liquid release with this, but there isn't. And then we're just gonna fill our jars. I usually use the 1 liter mason jars. However, I did also use a 2 liter pickle jar. Just fill them up. I think I'm gonna need yet another jar. All right, now that we have all our jars full, so we got 6 1 liter, 1 2 liter, and then just a 500 mil. So I started putting the cabbage leaves in. So we're gonna take these cabbage leaves that we saved, and basically you don't want anything to be above the water level, so you wanna put these in it so that nothing floats up. So I just kind of shove them in and try to poke them down around the shoulders. So next we're gonna top these up with salt water. We're gonna put a 1.5 tablespoons of salt. I'm just gonna use my canning salt because that's what I have of, per 4 cups of water. Each of these will probably take close to 2 cups. So I'm just boiling some water in my kettle here, and we will top these up. So this whole process took like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes to make this much. It would be a lot less if you were just gonna do a single batch. Lots of times we just have 1 head of cabbage and we just do 2 liters. But we're in the cabbage right now. Okay, so I have my 4 liter measuring cup. Oh, and I put them in a baking tray here. As these ferment, they're gonna bubble up, and sometimes they do make a bit of a mess. So I like to put them in a little container just so it doesn't make a big mess on your counter. A 1.5 tablespoons per 4 cups. And we're just gonna top these all off and put some lids on them. So you just want to fill it up so that everything is submerged. Pop your lid on it, and when everything is topped up, we're going to put a towel over everything. You want it to be, it's an anaerobic reaction, so you want there to be no light involved. And these are just going to sit on my counter for about 2 weeks. These are ones we just put in the fridge, so these were fermenting for 2 weeks. So as you can see, there's our sauerkraut. Easy, delicious, and good for you. All right, thanks so much for watching. Bye now.